You're a not so friendly moderator because I'm going to be very forceful. When you have 2 minutes left, I will show you this. I'm sitting in the middle of the back. I'll try to make sure you see this. Obviously, when you have 1 minute left, I will do this. When you have 30 seconds left. Why is that funny? Because it's red for 30 seconds. And then I ring a bell at 0 and you have to stop. Okay? So clearly you do not want to go over 6 minutes. And then your illustrious panel has 2 minutes to ask questions, and I will ring a bell at 2 minutes. The reason we're being so emphatic about timing is because we have 10 presentations. And we also want to allow time for the panelists to evaluate and provide feedback for your presentation. So we really need to be very, very succinct and concise. All right, are you ready? If I were Cara, I would say, are you ready? All right, first team up. I won't start the timer. Oh yeah, I don't even have my timer set up, so you're going to have to give me 30 seconds. There's a remote here with a forward and a backward and a laser pointer button in the middle. So you might just practice for 2 seconds at the very beginning of the presentation. Thank you. So don't start yet.
It's on.
Okay, great.
The projector is on. Is there a light on the projector? Right here on this thing hanging from the ceiling?
Looks good.
Yeah.
I think it's working.
There you go.
Just the remote isn't working. No, it didn't. I used it. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Georgia Grace Edwards.
I'm Austin Fernald.
And I'm Nina Sweeney, and we are so excited to be here to help you guys tell the story of Pete's coffee verification process. The way we started this challenge was with a survey of 57 people, asking them why they buy the coffee that they buy. We found out that almost everyone we asked buys coffee based on quality and taste. This got us really excited because we think that Pete's has the quality down. People buy your coffee because it tastes delicious. We think that a big part of this process, a big part of the coffee making process is the people. We were talking to Phil Maloney, the director of Pete's Coffee Purchasing. He said he believes that the value of the coffee supply line is in the people, and that's what we want to get across with this campaign. A big challenge that we ran into with this was balancing Pete's long-held traditions with trying to appeal to millennials. So the solution we came up with for this was creating a new branding campaign that is an intersection of trendiness and tradition. We made this logo circular so it can be used as a sticker on water bottles or on laptops, as you can see over there. So Pete's can continue to be spread by word of mouth, as it always has been in the most successful way. We got an amazing approval rate with this logo. We asked a lot of people around MiddCORE and on Facebook, and 87% of people said that they would buy this logo over the current Pete's Coffee logo. However, we got a lot of constructive advice as well, saying maybe to change the color scheme to make it more Pete's, and some other things to improve the logo along the way. We also included a motto that we think is really important to Pete's Coffee, which is quality coffee with passionate people. So when people look at this motto, they get an indication that there's a story behind Pete's Coffee, and when they look at this, maybe they'll go into the stores or onto their bag and start exploring that story a little more.
So one of the most effective ways we believe that Pete's can raise awareness of the TechnoServe verification process, as well as all the fantastic people that help to make Pete's products what they are, would be to do a slight redesign of the packaging of Pete's coffee beans, the cups, and the bottles. We intend to put a brief explanation of the TechnoServe verification process on the back of the bag and explain exactly why this process benefits the farmers that Pete's employs. We'd also like to have a picture of the particular farmer who harvested your coffee beans, giving you a more personal connection to your product. We'd also like to have a unique QR code on every bag, which when scanned with the Pete's smartphone application, can instantly take you on a visual journey spanning from that product's inception abroad to where you are today. We think that a great time for Pete's to implement some of these more modern design elements would be with the launch of the cold brew beverages next year. And we also have some fun ideas for those, like putting an interesting fact on the bottom of every cold brew bottle top, as you can see there. Another great way for Pete's to reach its customers is through the retail channel. Now, Pete's already has a fantastic retail experience, but we believe we can make this even better with what we call story stations. A story station would be one corner of the Pete's retail store where there would be a large touchscreen interactive iPad that would be loaded with the Pete's application, and customers could go over, choose any of the available in-store menu items, and view the story behind that product, a description of the product, and see all of the people who have made that product what it is today. Now, this may sound like an expensive program, but actually putting one iPad in every retail store would only cost roughly 6.5% of the $3 million proposed budget. We'd also like to have featured farmers, roasters, and baristas in store, rotated on a monthly basis, with large banner images accompanied by small bits of text explaining who these people are and what they do for Pete's. We believe that transparency is one of the most important parts in explaining the TechnoServe process, which is why we're proposing that you have large hand-drawn coffee cups in stores that are shaded in over the next 5 years as the percentage of Pete's verified coffee raises from 0% to 100%.
The good news is that you don't have to be in a Pete's cafe or store to get this experience or to learn about the verification process. Here you can see a sample Instagram Pete's People page that we made so that we can tell the verification story in a linear process through 3 photos. The first being the featured farmer of the month who underwent the TechnoServe audit and survey and then may go on to train other farmers in his or her community. The roaster who upholds the good quality of coffee that Pete maintains, and finally the barista who hands you your coffee. We would use the hashtag #Pete'sPeople and #MeetPete's so that people can become familiar with the people and places behind their coffee. We would also use Twitter to do constant updates about the 5-year verification process in conjunction with the coffee cups in store that Austin mentioned. Currently on Facebook, we think that short videos with captions have become really popular, and we think that'd be a great way, maybe 90 seconds or less, for Pete's to feature the verification program in a little bit more detail with visuals. We'd also like to continue this narrative on your website, pete's.com. The initial thing on your website that draws people's attention is this centered banner, and so that's where we'd like to advertise the launch of the program. We'd also like to implement a sidebar that's permanent but rotates with the featured farmer, roaster, and barista each month. We think that through these channels, marketing, product packaging, the retail experience, and the online presence, Pete's can better tell its verification process in a way that makes it less of a checklist and more of a journey through the hands that touch each cup of coffee. So when Pete'niks take a sip of your coffee, they know they're not just getting good quality, but that they're also making a positive impact on the world. Thank you.
One question I'd love to hear about is you talked about social and featuring the farmer, the roaster, the barista, which I love. How do you see people engaging with that to make it conversational?
Interesting. I think that a big part of it is going to be educating the baristas in store. When we were out in the field, that was a big thing that we really enjoyed, was talking to the baristas about their work. So if we had those banners up in the stores, and the people who were working there, if you asked them if they were able to explain who those people were and the process behind it, so it could actually be more of a conversation and not just a picture, I think that would be the best way.
That was one question. If you to pick, you actually hit a lot of things. If you to pick one of the ideas you think have the most impact, I'm curious what you think would be. What's the most exciting to you for those ideas that you shared?
For me, it's featuring the 3 pictures. I think on your Instagram, but it has to be in conjunction in the store, so that each month you can see the 3 people you're featuring, no matter whether you're online or in store. I don't know is that your favorite better?
I'm personally the most passionate about the story stations. I think that's a great way to get people involved, get people to use that interactive map, see where their product has been, see the people, and just have a really nice, media-rich, interactive way to see both the people and the products.
You can kind of tell based on what we presented which thing that we're most passionate about. I think that the branding was the part I got really excited about. Because talking to a lot of people in the field, it was interesting once we made that logo and got feedback from the people around here. A lot of things that they said, like keeping more like browns and keeping the Pete's feel, but finding a way to kind of modernize it was really important to a lot of people here. So yeah, I thought that was just a cool project that could be done.
Yes, well, why do you think, just from a millennial perspective, why do you think it's important to change the logo?
I think, well, I went and explored Rayleigh's, the grocery store, and look at you guys next to like Starbucks and all your competitors, and some of the bags, like the yellow ones and the ones with the cool designs on them, like those were some that really caught my eye. But I think like seeing them next to each other, I think having a logo that pops a little more, while still staying authentic, which is kind of hard to do, but having something that pops, so when I look at all of them next to each other, I would be like, Pete is what I want, you know? I think the logo is really important.
I also think that, just to add on to that, your current logo is very simple and sophisticated, but it doesn't talk about the people in any way, and that's what I love about our new logo, is that it includes a motto.
Someone mentioned, I think the quote was up there, but I didn't say it, that this new logo, even though it's not perfect, kind of showed Pete's values a little more than the one that you used.
All right, time's up.
Yeah, I did.
After a second, it did. You have the USB plug in?
It is plugged in.
Is it the up and down button or the?
Should be the left or right.
Maybe it only works on PowerPoint.
It took like 20
No,
seconds.
it works as
to
one.
change.
Okay.
It's obviously.
All right, so first and foremost, I'd like to thank the Pete's team and everybody that was involved in this project. It was a really wonderful experience that I think all of us up here got a lot out of. My name's Kenan, this is Walker, this is Meg, and this is the presentation. All right, so when we first looked at this case study, we realized that the most difficult aspect of this would be the complexity of the verification story. And we needed to find a way that we could simplify the story to share it with millennials in a few seconds that they might give an informational piece when they're getting their morning coffee. So our solution was to find a fix that would allow us to show like one aspect of the verification process to the consumer, but also prompt them to reach for further information, whether it be through the Pete's website or through our educated baristas.
The first step of our process was gathering information. So we reached out to friends and family. We